Welcome back to another video. Today we are back for predicting more NFL teams' upcoming seasons. This is the Chargers now. We are about halfway through the AFC West division, and then we have one more division to go, which is the AFC South, and then we run to the NFC. And guys, if you are new to the channel, just a quick rundown. I do football in general, whether that be Madden and video games or NFL, as far as predicting stuff or covering real events or trades or anything like that. It'll get more interesting when the season starts. Obviously, there's only really limited things I can do right now. But I have not ran out ideas at all. In fact, I'm going to say that I am going to do a predicting, MVP, rookie and defensive rookie of the year, or offensive and defensive rookie of the year, not rookie and rookie, but whatever. I'm going to be doing videos on that and stuff, so I'm going to try not to give my opinions on that while filming these videos so that there's, so more videos to come before the season starts. But anyway, guys, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy football, because that is all I cover on this channel, with the exception of a few videos here and there from trying something new, or just, like I said, trying something new. But today is still football, and it is the Chargers, and believe it or not, this is actually one of the most requested for the series, one of the teams you guys have most wanted to see, so we're covering it. And I gotta say, starting out, if you guys haven't seen this before, what I do is I do a quick recap over 2020, certain players, the team as a whole, then I go back to the top and go back down, predict everything for next season, and then the record I see, and then kind of see how the season goes, really. But for Justin Herbert, I gotta say, I have not been giving this guy enough credit. This past year, I thought he was honestly pretty overrated, and seeing his stats now on paper, this guy is not overrated. Like, he's the real deal. So that is on me for not seeing that. Herbert played 15 games, and he had 4,336 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, and only 10 interceptions in his rookie season. And obviously, he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Well deserved. I think Justin Jefferson did make a case for it. But a season like that, I think, is very, very, worthy of that award. So congratulations to him. Sorry I couldn't see that until now. But yeah, he had a great year. Hopefully he continues to do so. So that's all I have to say about that. Herbert surprised me. I think he surprised everybody, really. And I think the Chargers had a bad year, but they ended 7-9. And I'm pretty sure they won their last 4 games. So really, yeah, the record is bad, but it doesn't really show how the whole season went, especially those last few weeks when Herbert really gained some confidence and hit a really good stride. And then down to rushing and receiving, no one had over 1,000 yards, but they did have a few guys that were pretty close. That's Austin Eckler. He had 933 from scrimmage. They had Keenan Allen had 991. They had Mike Williams at 757, who was very underrated, by the way. And then they also had Hunter Henry in there somewhere, 613. But he is gone, so we can't really, predict him today. But he did have a good year. He's now under the Patriots, though. Hopefully going to give Cam Newton or Mac Jones some help, whatever quarterback ends up kind of winning that battle there. And Joshua Kelly also had 502 yards from scrimmage. Again, a very solid year from a lot of guys on this Chargers team. And I don't think they're going to be, bad for much longer. I'm not sure when the last time they made the playoffs was. I know it's probably with Phillip Rivers, like 10-ish years ago, probably. Maybe I'm way off. I have no idea. That's my best guess. But I think that time is coming soon. I'm going to say that right now. Whether it be this next year, I don't know. But we're going to talk about that. For rushing and receiving, though, this past year, great season all around. I think they really finished strong, 7-9 does not show how those last few weeks went. And guys, defensively, not much worse. They did have one safety all year that belonged to Isaac Rochell, or Rochelle. Not really sure how you say that. Probably butchered it. Sorry. They did have Joey Bosa with 27 QB hits and 7.5 sacks. That was a great year, of course, in Joey Bosa. I'm not sure if he's ever had a bad year. 4.5 sacks for... Not going to number 42. Sorry, I'm not going to butcher anybody else's name. But yeah, like I'm saying, a good defensive year as well. It wasn't just all offense. Defense played great too. Interception leader for the team was, I think, Michael Davis with 3, I want to say. Yeah, and then that SB with 2 or 1. And honestly, a lot of good plays. I know that they did lose, I think, a few people in the secondary. I don't remember who. But the big part about that, what I'm trying to transition to, is they did draft Asante Samuel Jr. in the 2nd round, I believe. Either 2nd round or late 1st. But that's going to be a big pickup for him. They needed a corner. They needed somebody that is going to hopefully have a bright future, which I think he will with this team. Again, no, this is covering last year, so I'm not going to talk about him quite yet. But last year's defense, I think, did really, really well. And honestly, I don't think the Chargers got enough credit for how much they really turned that season around. I know Herbert gets a lot of that credit, but really, he kind of put him on the map. He had a great year. Alright guys, so like I said, I'm not going to try to predict MVP or offensive or defensive rookie of the year or anything like that. So, I will say Justin Herbert had 31 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. I am going to say close to 40 touchdowns and probably, 5 more interceptions along there. But the reason I'm shooting so high is because, like I said, I'm not guessing MVP, but I do think Herbert has a shot at that award. I think as long as, it wasn't like a one-year wonder or anything, if he keeps playing like that, I think he has a serious shot at it. So I'm going to guess 40 touchdowns and 15 interceptions. That might be way off, but you know what? I want the best for this young quarterback. I hope he has a great rest of his career, honestly, and really turns his franchise around. That was having some bad years because they had a lot of good players in this team, really. I think they just needed a key piece of that team to bring them all together, and that is definitely Justin Herbert. So whether or not I think he's going to win MVP, I'm not going to say that. I think he has a shot at it, and I see him having a huge upcoming season for the Chargers. And guys, with rushing and receiving, I'm going to say Eckler is going to have over 1,000 yards from scrimmage with plenty of receiving yards and rushing yards in there. It was pretty split, honestly, this past year with 2 receiving touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown and 530 yards rushing and then 403 yards receiving. I think it's going to be probably around 1,100 yards in scrimmage, and it'd be a big help for Herbert out of the backfield. I think Keenan Allen, once again, over 1,000 yards, probably honestly 1,200, I'm going to say. He had 8 receiving touchdowns. We're going to say 13 more, or not 13 more, 13 total, not 21 receiving touchdowns. I'm going to say probably around 13 because if I'm, predicting more touchdowns for Herbert, he's got to be getting them somewhere. And with Hunter Henry gone, I think Allen's going to be a big part of that. Mike Williams, I think, is going to get a little over 1,000. I think 2 receivers over 1,000. Allen and Mike Williams, not much over 1,000, honestly. Probably like not even 100 more. But I do think he's going to have a great year. He is very underrated. He had 5 touchdowns this year, so probably just a couple more. 7, maybe 3, maybe 2 less, something like that. Nothing too different, but I do think he'll get some more yards in there. And I see a big year for the offense. I mean, if Herbert can keep doing what he's doing, this team is coming together, and it is trending up. This team can be very, very good, and that's why I'm predicting so many touchdowns, so many rushing, receiving yards, and just so many yards in scrimmage because I think they're just going to have a very electric offense. And then defensively, of course, so Joey Bosa had 27 QB hits and 7.5 sacks. I'm going to say 10 sacks for Joey Bosa, but only about 20 QB hits. I don't think he's going to get there as much, but I think when he does, he's going to sack the quarterback. And then, guys, for the secondary, I'm going to predict Asante Samuel Jr. because that's way more fun to predict upcoming rookies, that, all the hypes around them. Assuming he plays, enough games, sees enough field, I see him getting maybe 1 or 2 interceptions. That's all I'm going to predict for him, not tackles or anything. That's kind of hard to guess for corners, especially a rookie corner. But I do see him getting 1 or 2 picks along the year and being a very solid corner option for the Chargers. So with all of this together, I've been talking pretty highly of the Chargers. Hopefully they don't let me down. Talking very highly of Herbert. I'm not predicting, 5 years on the road. 5 years on the road, this team could be a serious AFC threat. I'm only predicting next year, but I still think this team is going to have a big turnaround from 7-9. And just kind of not getting the respect they deserve. I think they're going to kind of be the Dolphins of last year. I don't think the Dolphins were supposed to be anything crazy, but you know what? They should have gone to the playoffs. They were a playoff team. They just didn't go. So for the Chargers, with 17 games being played in this upcoming season, I'm going to say 10-7, and they're going to make the playoffs. Maybe a bold guess, but I do see them getting there. I see them getting second in the division behind the Chiefs, obviously. I mean, I'd be shocked if they were ahead of the Chiefs. So I see it going Chiefs, Chargers, and then I have Broncos at the bottom. Raiders will fall in there. I'm going to do Raiders next video. We'll talk about that. But my opinion on that might change. You never know. But as of right now, that's what I'm thinking in my head. And that's how I see the Chargers season going. So guys, thank you for watching. And if you, once again, like football in general, whether that be Madden or video games, stuff like that, or real life NFL things, I do both. So be sure to leave a like and hit the subscribe button so you never miss any of the videos I upload. Comment down below what you think the Chargers are going to be doing this upcoming year. How well do you think they're going to do? How accurate do you think I predicted? Any of that down below. Comment whatever you want. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.